Welcome to the example about miles per gallon from a frequency distribution. We're going to use the formula, calculator, and StatCrunch to find the mean mileage for small cars given the following frequency distribution. We're not going to round our answers. Our table is given as the mileage in miles per gallon. Between 29 and 33 miles per gallon, there are 11 cars. Between 34 and 38 miles per gallon, there are 12 cars. Between 39 and 43 miles per gallon, there are 2 cars, and between 44 and 48 miles per gallon, there are 5 cars. So the first thing is to use our formula. Our formula for this problem is going to be the sum of the frequencies times the midpoints, we'll call it x, divided by the sum of the frequencies. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is add a column and find the midpoints, or the average miles per gallon between 29 and 33. So I'm going to call this midpoints. Between 29 and 33, let's use our calculator. Remember, take the midpoint, 29 plus 33, keep them in parentheses, divided by 2, hit enter, and that is 31 miles per gallon. The next one, between 34 and 38, I forgot parentheses, so I have to hit enter, then divide by 2, and that is 36 miles per gallon. As you can see, the class width is 5, so I'm going to keep adding 5. So the next midpoints would be 41 and then 46 miles per gallon. Now we have that. Our formula says we have to take our frequencies and times our midpoints. So we're going to take our frequency of 11 and multiply it by 31. 11 times 31. I've already done these calculations. If you want to use your calculator, you can. It would be 341. The next one would be the midpoint 36 times your frequency of 12, or 12 times 36. And that number is 432. Next, we take 2 times 41. That one's pretty easy to do in our head. That would be 82. And our last one, we'd take 5 times 46. And that would be 230. Sometimes you might see it written out like this. I'll write it out how you might also see it. The sum of the f times the x would be, for example, 11 times 31 plus, and then we take 12 times 36 plus 2 times 41 plus 5 times 46. And then divide that by the sum of the frequencies, so that would be 11 plus 12 plus 2 plus 5. So let's go ahead and total those. We can write the sum of the frequencies times x down below here. Use our calculator. So we take 341 plus 432 plus 82 plus 230. Hit enter, and we get 1085. So that sum is 1085. So it's 1085 over, and then we'd have to have the sum of the frequencies. The sum of the frequencies, so we'd have to add up the frequencies there. 11 plus 12 plus 2 plus 5. And that's 30. And use our calculator again. 1085 divided by 30 is 36 point, and I said don't round, so we're going to write all those down. Remember, this is the mean from the frequency table isn't going to be miles per gallon. So the mean, the average miles per gallon from that frequency table is 36.1666667 miles per gallon. Now let's try it on the calculator using more of the advanced features. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and clear the calculator out. I've written the directions down below already for us. So we're going to go to Stat again and hit Edit. I'm going to clear any data out by going up, hitting Clear, and then going back down. So let's see. First of all, in L1, I'm going to enter the class midpoints. So I'm going to enter 31, 36, 41, and 46. Slide over to L2. In our L2 column, we're going to enter the frequencies. So that's going to be 11, 12, 2, and 5. Quit out of there, so second quit or mode to get back to our home screen. Now we're going to actually have to do the actual calculations. So just like we've done before, we're going to go Stat, arrow right to highlight Calc, and choose option 1 variable statistics. In our list, we're going to select L1, which it already is, go down to frequency list and enter L2. If you see above the 2 key, there's a little L2. And so to highlight that, I'm going to have to go second 2 to get L2 listed there. Go down to calculate and hit enter. It's thinking, and look, there again, we have our answer, and it's going to be 36. The mean is 36.1666667. And remember, that's miles per gallon. And that's the mean. Now switching to StatCrunch. In StatCrunch, what you're going to have to do in variable 1 column is enter the interval 29 to 33, 34 to 38, 39 to 43, and 44 to 48, making sure you hit return after each interval. In the variable 2 column, you enter the frequencies 11, 12, 2, and 5. I've written the directions down so that you can see the StatCrunch instructions. First of all, we're going to have to go to Stat and then go to Summary Stats, and instead of choosing columns, we're going to choose the option that says Grouped Binned Data. It opens up another window. In the bins in, we are going to select the variable of variable 1 because our interval is in bins in the first column. Next, we're going to have to, our counts, I guess I didn't select that. Our counts are in, our frequencies are in variable 2. We're going to say that the midpoints are defined by the average of the actual limits. So that's exact how we were doing it using our formula. And we can compute all the different statistics we see. So go ahead and hit compute. And you can see the mean, the variance, the standard deviation. So this computes a lot more as well. So let's go ahead and write that answer down. So our mean miles per gallon is going to be 36.166666667. Or again, if you want to end up rounding, the final answer for all of these is going to be 36.17 miles per gallon. And notice all 3 ways had the same exact answer.